Welcome to E-Stories, Timeless Hearts.
The Meeting of Souls. Evelyn Marshall had always believed that life moved too quickly. At 52, she found herself standing in the middle of a world that no longer made sense. The children had grown up and moved away, her husband of 25 years had passed on, and the silence of her house echoed with memories. Her once vibrant career as a painter had dwindled, leaving her canvas untouched for years. Life had been about others for so long that she'd forgotten who she was. It wasn't until a rainy afternoon, while wandering through the local bookstore, that Evelyn met Thomas Baker. He was a man of 60, with kind eyes hidden behind square-framed glasses and a warm, gentle smile. He stood browsing through the poetry section, unaware that his presence would soon shift the course of Evelyn's life. She was drawn to him, not in the fiery way of youthful passion but in a calm, inevitable way, like the tides meeting the shore. They exchanged a few pleasantries over a shared interest in Rumi's works, and before either realized it, hours passed. What began as a simple conversation became an exploration of each other's pasts. Thomas, a retired professor, had been widowed for several years. His marriage, much like Evelyn's, had been full of love but was marked by struggles that he had carried long after his wife's passing. They spoke of loss, love, and time, as though they had been old friends reconnecting rather than strangers meeting for the first time. Over time, their conversations grew deeper. They spoke of the pain they had endured, but more importantly, the growth that had come from it. They shared their desires to move forward, to create something new out of the fragments of their old lives. What made their connection so profound was the absence of urgency. There were no games, no pretenses, just two people who had lived through their share of joys and sorrows, looking to heal through understanding. The Age of Hearts. At first, their blossoming friendship didn't seem out of the ordinary to those who noticed. Two people of similar age, sharing meals, walking through art galleries, or reading in quiet corners of the library. But as their bond deepened, it became clear to everyone else that something was growing between them, something neither of them had anticipated. Despite their mutual affection, Evelyn was hesitant. She couldn't help but worry about the opinions of others. Age had always been something that society dictated, that people shouldn't find love again when they were older, that it was time to settle down into solitude and memories. But Thomas never believed in the limitations others placed on love.
I think love is ageless.
Thomas had said one evening as they watched the sun set over the hills.
The heart doesn't know time. It only knows connection. If we let it, it grows. But if we fear it, it withers.
Evelyn wanted to believe him. And little by little, she began to realize that he was right. It wasn't about time or age, but about the mutual understanding they had come to cherish. There was a calmness in the way Thomas listened to her, truly listened, as though every word mattered. He made her feel seen, in a way she hadn't felt in years. Likewise, Evelyn's nurturing spirit gave Thomas the warmth he had long since missed. It wasn't just companionship they found in each other, but a partnership built on clearing old wounds and opening doors to new possibilities. The trust they had formed through vulnerability became their foundation. They shared their deepest insecurities, knowing the other would catch them with compassion. A love built on understanding. Months turned into years, and soon enough, their relationship began to face the world. Friends and family reacted with curiosity. Some offered support, while others couldn't hide their bewilderment. After all, wasn't love supposed to belong to the young? But Evelyn and Thomas knew better. Their love wasn't marked by the fire of youth but by the gentle warmth of understanding. They knew that love required patience, support, and most importantly, the ability to clear old pains and create new memories together. It wasn't about reliving the past but building a future that was uniquely theirs. When Thomas fell ill one winter, Evelyn stayed by his side, nurturing him back to health. When Evelyn questioned her artistic abilities, Thomas encouraged her to pick up the brush again, reminding her that creativity didn't fade with age, it evolved. Their support for one another was unconditional, and through each challenge they faced, their bond only grew stronger. Timeless love. In the final years of their lives, Evelyn and Thomas had created something beautiful, not just for themselves, but for others around them. Their relationship became a beacon for those who had forgotten that love could exist at any age. They showed that love isn't about grand gestures but about small moments of kindness and understanding. They spent their days painting, reading, and traveling to small towns where no one knew them, where they could be themselves without judgment. And in every town, they found new stories to tell, new experiences to savor. Their love was, in every sense, timeless. It was not constrained by the physical limitations of the world around them, but was nurtured through mutual support, care, and the quiet clearing of emotional burdens. Their love taught those around them that age was never a barrier to love. If anything, it deepened it. Years later, as they sat together watching the sunset for what seemed like the 1,000th time, Evelyn and Thomas reflected on their journey. Their love had grown into something more than either had expected. It was no longer about filling the void left by past losses, but about creating a new story, one that defied the expectations of others and the limitations of time. They had both experienced life before each other, with all its highs and lows, but together they had written a new chapter, one of companionship, tenderness, and understanding. In a world that often valued youth and haste, their love stood as a quiet, gentle reminder that some things grow more beautiful with time. They never sought to prove anything to anyone, only to be true to what they felt for each other. And in doing so, they had found a love that would live on in the hearts of those who knew them, reminding everyone that love doesn't wear out with age, but rather grows deeper, wiser, and more profound. Vocabulary. Understanding. The act of truly hearing and valuing another person's thoughts and feelings. Clearing. Working through emotional baggage to make room for new connections. Mutual support. Being there for each other through life's challenges, offering strength and encouragement. Warmth. The consistent, comforting presence that love brings into a relationship. Timelessness. The belief that love can grow stronger and more meaningful, regardless of age or time. Vibrant. Full of energy and life. Blossoming. Developing or growing in a healthy and positive way. Anticipated. Expected or predicted something to happen. Bewilderment. A state of confusion or surprise. Companionship. A feeling of friendship or partnership, where two people support and care for each other, often found in deep relationships. Insecurities. Feelings of uncertainty or lack of confidence, especially about oneself. Profound. Very deep or intense in meaning, feeling, or importance. Scars. Emotional wounds or pain from past experiences. Vulnerability. The state of being open to emotional hurt or showing one's true, raw feelings. Resilience. The ability to recover or bounce back from difficulties. Thanks for watching.